Are we going to start off saying that? Should I say that or no?
Yeah. Just try saying that.
Right now?
Yeah. Without like anything. Like it's not recording. Is this a quiz?
Anything. Are you testing me to see if I'm better than you?
We'll see if you can make the cut, you know?
I like this one.
All right, guys, what's up? How are you doing? I'm sitting here. We're not standing. We're here with Amanda, Jessica, and Alessia.
You
and
forgot
Alyssa.
my name?
No, because it's, Alessia, Alyssa Jr. It's mouthful.
Okay, thanks.
All right, so
Rob will be here soon. Thanks a lot.
Yes, and Amanda wants to start off by saying a little something.
Subscribe, like us, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and feel free to look us up on other platforms like YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
Woo!
That was a good job.
That was
I got to add another platform that we're now on is Google Podcasts. So,
What's the difference?
Wait,
there's just people. So, there's Apple Podcasts, and then there's also the Google Podcast.
Oh, I didn't even know that there was Google Podcasts. Did you
I
guys
didn't
know
know
that?
No idea.
No.
Wow.
Okay, wait. I'm distracted.
Yeah, Jessica was reading through the list.
So Alyssa made a list of fun topics for us to talk about.
We all kind of added to it, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Everybody added.
No, I added this one. Okay.
So I'm reading what are we going to talk about today? And what number is this? Where is it?
39, 31.
Oh, number 24. Okay. When Amanda sprayed her perfume all over her ex-boyfriend's apartment to make him miss her. What?
That's a great one. That's a great one.
What?
Because
we need thought process and why.
Exactly.
It makes sense. I'm just gonna back you
Jeffrey.
up. I would do the same thing.
I like the idea. Okay, it's a good idea because there's a remnants.
I want to know the thought process and why.
My thought process was
to be honest,
I don't know if there was a thought process considering how fast everything went downhill within 48 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe you sprayed a perfume he didn't like. I'm just kidding.
She's thinking about almost stumped her.
She thought about it. She's like,
I'm just kidding.
No, but it was a horrific experience. It was a horrific time.
Wait,
it was a hard time.
Did
yeah.
everything? I'm not even being funny. Did everything go downhill after you sprayed his apartment?
No, everything.
That was the end.
That was the last hurrah.
She picked up her shit?
Yes, picking up my shit. Alyssa was there. And I'm just you know what? I did a little spritz in the hallway, did a little spritz on the pillowcases, little spritz in the bathroom, on the sheets.
So everything smelled
ripped up photos, put them all over the coffee table. And then he walked in and he texted me. He goes wow, he's I miss you. The apartment smells like you. And I was I wonder why.
Well, see, now it's a little
hilarious.
different. Now, I understand why. It was the breakup.
It's the heat of the moment, It's
no, I thought you did it when you were just leaving for a weekend or something.
No. It was the end of the breakup.
Okay, then I understand that. Then that makes more sense. I got it.
I think that was one of my favorite.
That was great. I was reading and it just made me laugh.
It's a great story. There's a few on there too.
I feel like that time period there were a lot of good stories.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I didn't know this. The time you and Jeff got pulled over for looking at a cop in a weird way?
Yeah, it was a weird situation.
Nothing even happened.
Nothing really happened. The guy was just
you looked at me funny. Here's a ticket.
Yeah, literally like that. Yeah, it was. We were in the Dunkin' Donuts parking lot. So I see a cop that I happen to see at school every day. I was like, hey, look, I know that guy. Kind of pointed at him, but not really. That kind of thing. So we're both looking at him at the time. He sees us looking, and I'm pulling out. I pull out of the parking space. Then we go out into the the exit from the actual
daytime?
parking lot. Yeah, no, nighttime.
Nighttime.
Yeah, and then he kind of just literally did a 180 drift and drifted up behind our car, got out of his car, slammed his door hard as can be, lights on obviously, comes up running up to the window and he's like, what the fuck are you looking at me like that for? And we were like, honestly, I just recognize you from school. And he's like, oh, well, you can't be doing that stuff or something like that. I forgot how it actually went down and then ended up.
So mean.
I don't know if he gave us a ticket or not. It's just
no, you didn't get a ticket or anything.
Yeah, I think it was some sort of warning.
That's
like
crazy.
That. Just weird. I support cops too. I mean, I think that they have a hard job. I know that there's bad cops out there, good cops. I would say most of them, 90%, are good cops. 99%, I would say. But I'm not out there too. I don't know that much, but
there's something.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you got to take it each cop individually.
I get that.
Assess it differently every time.
I'm wrestling with Alessia over here.
I know.
I mean, I
It's hard
It's
to
amazing.
it's
No,
hard to
she's
even pay
wrestling
attention to what I'm
with
trying
you.
to say.
I know we're jumping. I'm
And she's
jumping
winning.
a lot. A lot of these are good.
they're good
Yeah.
I
questions.
like these.
Yeah.
I like. Let's say. What is this one? If you died tomorrow.
Sex. Sorry, number
wait.
21. Sex with socks
21.
on. Is that weird? Fuck yeah, that's fucking weird.
Of course it's weird,
People
yeah.
don't think it's
Definitely.
weird.
Some people don't think it's weird.
I know.
Really?
I know a girl
Yeah.
from school. She preferred that her boyfriend. This is a true story. Wore socks.
Why?
What?
I don't
I
know.
think. Does
She said
anybody
it
here
turns
sleep
her
with
on.
socks on?
Absolutely
no,
not.
definitely not.
I
That's
couldn't
weird
sleep
too, I
with
think.
socks
Yeah.
on.
Confession, I do in the winter.
You do?
Winter time.
But like when you wake up, they're not taken off. Like you didn't take them off in
No.
your sleep.
No,
I can't sleep with socks on.
I know. I'm like
You
I-
weirdo.
You have
I
to sleep
didn't
with
know
me
that.
all the time.
Rob does not sleep with socks on either, since he's
No.
not here right now.
He doesn't. Right?
He does not know.
Yeah,
No,
no.
I know I'm
no.
weird.
Gotta
I
let
think
them
it's very
breathe. I get too
weird.
hot.
Um,
It's like sleeping in.
I don't get
in like
hot.
A fleece.
I just
there are
feel like
sometimes
it's
though, like
funny.
my feet and hands are always freezing cold. So in the winter time, like there has been days where I put them on to go to sleep, but then I'll take them off.
See, I like socks on, like in the house when I wake up in the morning. I put socks on my feet, like to walk
Yeah,
around
yeah.
and stuff, but
Definitely.
I can't sleep in them.
I mean, tile floors, you know, that kind
Yeah,
of thing.
100% not. Let's see. I like this one.
Why
If
are
you-
we here? That's so deep.
Yeah, we could talk for hours.
That's a whole
Yeah,
topic.
Yeah,
We
that
should talk
would-
about that.
That would
Maybe
yeah.
Let's talk about that.
But why we are here?
Amanda, why do you think we're here?
Purpose.
What do you think purpose
Well-
is?
Well, we're all just souls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good
Like,
answer.
Our,
So
this is just a vessel. Like this is just containing.
I agree with that. Yeah.
She's laughing at herself.
Keep going.
I'm laughing at Alyssa's faces. Alyssa,
I can't take it. I'm wrestling with my daughter.
she's laughing.
Yeah.
Alessia is so happy.
My podcast girl.
I don't. I might
Do you
just
guys
go
ag-
upstairs and
Do you guys agree though
Yes. Send Rob
that
down.
we're souls?
Yes,
Like, what
I
do
do
you
agree
think?
with that. I agree that we're souls. We have vessels, our bodies.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we are separate, and we have to actually like. Even through exercise, I think we learn how to like accept our body and like use
Right.
certain mind-muscle connection, mind-body connection, that kind of thing.
I think we're here to
So,
learn
yeah.
something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I
Definitely,
think that.
and teach. We're meant to be storytellers. I think.
Yeah, and I think that
Yeah.
other people, like the people around you, like they play such an important life.
Well, we all picked each other.
yeah, that's
in
what
this
a lot
lifetime.
of people believe.
We did.
I feel like that's true.
We picked our families. We picked each other. You know, we picked our siblings.
Certain things, right? We picked everything. You think we picked, like your mom and dad.
Yeah.
How do you think you picked it? Like from a last life, or like what do you?
That's another topic.
What's going on?
Alessia's
What are we doing? Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, Alyssa, it's that one face that you make, and then Alessia smiles. I'm sorry, I'm breaking it up.
Breaking
No,
what
it's
up?
my fault. That's my fault.
It's just a podcast. Nobody cares, anyways. Nobody's listening. Just kidding. We got 25 subscribers since yesterday. Our Instagram went up to 52 followers.
You have to start somewhere.
Come on.
Gotta start
Started
somewhere.
from the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
should be our song. Okay, go ahead. Go back
Theme
to what you were saying. I'm sorry. So you do think that we pick our parents? You were saying.
I do.
How would you pick your parents? Like, how did you pick your parents then?
I feel bad
Well,
Rob's
wait,
missing this
I
conversation.
know,
What do
this
you
is
mean-
really
wait, what
good.
do you
I
mean,
feel like
though?
he'd have a lot to contribute.
What do
He
you
will,
mean
'cause
by
he
that?
thinks
Jeff?
that he believes this, I think.
That you pick your parents? Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's get them down here. Can we do that?
Rob would
I
have
can
more to
switch with
say
it. No.
because I don't know why I picked my parents, to be honest.
And we're back.
Again.
Again. Forgot what we were talking about. Well, we were asking, how do you pick your parents, right? Or something like that.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you believe that you pick your parents? Why are we here?
Absolutely. Is my mic on?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I think my feet smell.
So, man,
You should have sprayed
I
some
was
of that
wondering what that
perfume
smell
on your
was.
feet.
Do you really smell it?
I smell it.
no, I don't.
I don't smell
really
it.
do
I
not
smell
smell
the
it.
Smells like-
fucking
Smell
patchouli
anything.
we're burning.
Smells like
Sorry.
No, I
Back away
Salt
from
and
this.
vinegar
table.
smell the
chips.
essential oil.
I love the essential oils. I know that's a topic on there. We're not
It's a
talking
synergy.
about it, but I love essential oils
Yeah.
for everything.
That
and
one's
anything.
lavender, patchouli,
I
jasmine.
love it. I smell the patchouli. That I can
You
tell.
need it because it's musty.
I know. I like it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
So do we want to continue this? Because
Yeah, what do we-
this can go deep, or do we
Okay.
want to
Yeah.
wait? Do we want to wait?
So the question is, why are we here?
Yes. Why are we here?
Why are we here?
Continue.
Amanda thinks, well, she believes
That you
that.
pick everything, and you were saying that.
We're all souls, and we're all here to have. We're having a. How do they say it? We're having a human experience. How do they say it? We're having a soul experience in a human body. That's what they say,
Okay.
or something.
You were
along those
saying
lines.
about parents, though, when we left off. You were talking about parents, like you pick your parents.
right, because I believe that we pick them because they teach us certain lessons, or there's something that we need to learn from them to grow, to be we're all trying to be our highest self.
But then, okay, then I have a question. Just playing devil's advocate. I'm not giving, this is not my opinion. I'm just saying, then why would somebody pick a parent who abuses them?
Right.
Or something like that?
To learn, to harness their inner strength, to get over it, to,
But like, wait, how did you pick them? Do you know what I mean? Like, what was it out of like a box of like? What do you mean? by
Like in
pick?
heaven.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
honestly, what I'm picturing now is like a bunch of souls floating in the universe, and you just like,
You go to a specific.
yeah.
not accidentally, right? Like they're not just falling into that place. It's not
I
like a
don't think
funnel
so.
thing, and then
I don't think so, because there are people that you meet that. How do you have connections with people that you've never met? You know what I mean? Like there are some people that you met that you click with instantly right away.
Absolutely.
How do you make
and it
that
almost
up?
seems like it's meant to be. Like you were
Right.
yeah.
Like my grandmother, for example.
Yeah.
Why?
I feel
what's
like
with your
that was
grandma?
Rob.
We're just there's just like indescribable bonds. Like
Yeah,
exactly,
like
you and
the
Rob.
second- yeah,
Right.
I feel like
and
that
there's
was Rob.
weird coincidences, I guess you would say, but
Yeah, like Rob said, like the badge number, that's like a weird coincidence.
Like
Because his
signs.
grandpa had that badge number since he
Yeah.
was a cop. And
18121.
that was years,
Weird.
like years before we were
that's
even
like
born.
fate and destiny and all of that. But
That's crazy.
Okay.
we're all here for our life's purpose. That's what we're all trying to figure out.
What do you think your purpose is? Or have you found it yet? Or do you feel like you're born with knowing?
I mean, I think any gift that you're given is you're driven to your purpose.
I think that
Like a talent, you mean? A gift like a talent?
Yes. Absolutely.
So you're
So
more
design-
naturally inclined to
Mm-hmm.
head towards that way anyways.
Yes.
I would see
'Cause
I
that-
could say that, yeah. I could think that. See that.
That's, I don't know. That's a sign to me. If you're gifted at something and you're good at something and you love to do it,
It would be
then
an
that's your
affinity towards
calling.
it. Yep.
right?
What if you have a
That's
gift, like something that you're good at, but you don't love to do it?
they say what you resist the most is what you should be doing.
I strongly live by that. I love that.
Yeah.
Because especially things you fear too. I think you should always do it.
Isn't that crazy though?
Yeah, because something like, you're supposed to, everyone always
Because
says,
like
make sure you love
deep
your
down
job.
you know you should be doing it, but you resist it. But why do you resist it?
There's some things too. I
Because
don't know.
maybe because you just don't love it. It's not what you're passionate about. Like, it's not a passion of yours. You just happen to be good at it, or you just happen to, have that skill or talent, but you just don't pursue it because it's not, you're not in love with it. It's like something can be so right for you, but so wrong at the same time. Alessia agrees.
She said, "Huh?"
So,
Wes, what are your thoughts?
No, I'm just kind of preoccupied with Alessia, to be honest with you.
Alessia
Literally hasn't said one word.
We're-
Just wrestling.
We're
baby.
wrestling each other.
She's stealing the show. Hi.
I'm turning my mic on.
Okay.
Are we still going with this, or are we picking a new topic?
you
I'm
guys
like
want?
in deep thought.
About what? Spill the beans, dude. Just keep
Seriously,
going.
Keep talking.
Sorry, it's echoing.
I mean, like what? Yes, like we're all here for our life's purpose, but like what?
We got that part.
I know, but I'm just like,
I know it's hard to explain, like put it into words.
I'm like thinking about Oprah's Super Soul Sunday, and have you ever listened to that?
no.
Her podcast. Oh my God, have you listened?
Definitely not.
What is it?
Oprah's Super Soul Sunday.
No.
It's really good. She's very spiritual, and she talks about all of this stuff, like your higher self, your ego, like that person that sits like right here and is
Rid of
like,
that shit.
yeah.
I think ego's good too in certain places, like competition, like but like you got a test or something like that.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like if you have a test and you have like no drive, you could almost like fake it till you make it with an ego type of thing.
Yeah. I could agree with that.
It could also kind of throw you out there before you're actually there, like I just said. Like fake it till you make it kind of thing.
So you think that we're all souls, that we all float around, right? No, this is what you think. That we're all floating around in like a heaven.
Where in a
type,
heaven, right?
I pictured the universe.
Do you think?
Universe.
And universe, you mean here or outer space? Like what? Do you mean?
Outer, like the universe.
Okay. And then you
so
go
like outer space.
Yeah.
Universe. What about like
it's
when they shoot rockets up there? We're passing by a bunch of. That sounds crazy, but the logic that the reason we're here is that we are made up of stars. We are made up of atoms of a collision between
that's
two
true
stars.
too.
What I agree with.
So that's not far out there at all. Nothing in this world is far out there because nobody knows the truth about anything.
Right.
What I agree with what you're saying, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but when you're saying like the universe, it's kind of like what that book, The Secret, talks about.
Yes.
Like attracts like. So you're bringing things to you by putting a certain something out into the universe.
Right.
It's kind of like the law of attraction, like that. And that's what I really believe in. Like that's what I think that's how you pick your parents, let's say, or you pick the job you want, or
it's just
like,
attracted towards you. You
put out these vibes. Like when people say that they put out a certain vibe. Like have you ever walked into
your energy speaks before you do.
Exactly.
100%.
You put out these vibes and energies and all this stuff, and that attracts certain things to you.
Definitely.
So if you're putting out all this negative energy and all these negative vibes and this, that, the other thing, most what's going to come back to you is negativity.
Right.
1,000,000%.
Like thoughts and situations and stuff like that. But then when you're putting out like positive attitude, positive vibes, you have a strong sense of like belief in this, that, the other thing, that's when good is going to come, and whatever you're seeking in life is going to come because that's what you're putting out. And that's what I believe in.
I think the secret is literally just hands dirt, like literally just work.
Yeah.
The man at the bottom work, like scrubbing the toilet work, like that. I mean, anything other than that is just thinking about it, keeping your belief going, and that, like you're saying, it'll come to you.
Because I always think like, oh man, this person's such a shitty person, and how do they have like this, that, the other? Not even just stuff. I'm not talking about money and stuff like that. No, a big house, not that. Just like all these good things happen to them, and they're such a shitty person. Like just in general, you see like politicians or this one, that one, the other thing, and you're like, it's because their attitude. They're putting out this vibe and these energies, and that's what they get in return. And them being a shitty person and just doing like shitty things, they're just like, well, in their brains, they have reason for it, and it's a good reason. You know what I mean? Like they're thinking, okay, I'm doing this for the greater good, or I'm doing this to make this better, or something, or the other thing. So they're putting out these positive energies, and that's what they get in return.
Right.
So I don't know if I believe in like you pick your parents necessarily, but I do believe that
that's a very specific question too.
Yeah, not like
one.
I just what she was saying, what I am agreeing with in a way. I don't know if that's exactly what you were trying to say, but I believe that the law of attraction, like attracts like. So what you attract people that you need, that you want, and that whatever energy you're putting out, that's the energy that comes back to you.
Right.
Kind of like that.
I think it's funny too. Law is supposed to be like almost like, I want to say sacred. It's not sacred, but like a law is a law, so it is what it is. Like the law of flight makes a plane fly. The law of attraction attracts things to you, and that's so how I believe it. Do you think the law of attraction is true?
Yes.
Amanda?
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you feel about that? Like, do you feel like, did you ever hear about the book, The Secret?
Yeah.
Did you read it and were listening to the
read
movie?
a couple of pages, and then there was another one I read about. It was about love. It has like pretty flowers on the front. It's by the same
people
author.
I don't know.
Bob Proctor has a lot of nice stuff on the law of attraction.
But the secret
and synchronicity.
The secret is just the one that took off. The law of attraction has been
around
forever.
Yep.
Like if you read back and like do research and stuff on it, it's been forever. Like so long.
Right.
It's just, I guess,
it's just an easy one to relate to.
The secret is just the big one.
Also,
but
you have to all, at that point you're doing the inner work. You're vibrating at your most highest frequency when
and
you're
you have
attracting.
to keep it up there, I think. Like,
right.
It's work.
Well,
it's like
that.
when you're working out.
That's what you said. Like, it's hard. And
that's
it's so easy to fall off because if one bad thing happens, you're like, F this doesn't work.
So that's
blah,
what
blah,
I think
blah.
ego can help you with, because ego is like a fake mentality almost, where like you think of yourself in a certain way. So you start to think of yourself fake it till you make it, until you actually feel like the way you are, That's where I feel like it could help you.
It's a cool it's such a cool concept,
it's like,
but it's definitely hard. And it's really hard.
I don't think you should always use ego. Like, I feel like it should definitely be separated.
Yeah. Ego is tough.
But it's
because
just another tool.
It's how we're all thinking all the time. It's tricky. Because we're always like listening to that voice. That voice is not you. That voice is your ego. That's your false self.
That's another thing too. It's like our voice in our head.
That's not true.
Like, what is that? Because
that's your false self.
Like, if you were gonna think about it biologically, that's like chemicals in your brains, neurotransmitters saying like, this is how you feel. But is that from like external elements around you? You know what I mean? Like, where's that like?
Imagine if everybody can hear everyone else's thoughts in their head.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Crazy.
That'd be so effed up.
You ever? There's a movie.
Think about it. Think about some of the things that go through your head sometimes.
Have you guys heard of Eckhart Tolle?
Even if just one person could hear that.
No, there's times where I'm like, I'm holding a knife and I'm like, if I just put this through my neck right now, I'd die. That's it. That's the end of Jeff.
Right.
It's crazy.
I mean, it's just like a thought. I'm not saying I'm.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, just think about it. Think about
like,
if
just
somebody
weird thoughts,
could hear
monkey thoughts
for one day, even for an hour, the thoughts that go through your head that you say silently.
Yeah.
It'd be effed up.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Crazy.
I call them monkey thoughts because they're not like real thoughts that you would ever like be or do,
Right.
Think
it's just
about
a thought that would.
Well, what
just came
what
naturally.
even is a thought though?
What?
What is a thought?
A thought is some broad.
What is the definition?
Google that. Google exactly
THOT.
what the definition of a thought is.
Speaking of dirt bikes.
An idea or opinion produced by thinking or occurring suddenly in the mind.
There you go.
Yep.
Have you guys ever heard of Eckhart Tolle?
Yes.
Do you listen to him?
No.
Oh, it's a person?
So, have you ever heard of The Power of the Now? The book?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, and that's part, I think, goes
we
back
need Rob.
He's a spiritual teacher.
It goes back to being in the now, right? Like, so if you're
awakening to your life's purpose, all of those things.
I think that's part of like trying to stay up at the perfect vibe that you work in. So it's just easier to like accomplish things.
Yeah,
but you definitely that feeling like when you're vibing.
Yes, it's flow. It's natural flow. That's
right,
what it's
exactly.
Called. Yeah.
Your
it's
like
energy,
frequency.
And think about how when you're like into something and you're like in the vibe of something, it comes so easily.
Oh,
you know you're gonna win.
You feel so good about it, and like you're pumped, like you're so excited. You're like, all right, I got this. I got this.
Right.
And even if like crap is thrown in your way, you're still like, okay, I got this. I got it. It's cool.
Definitely.
It's a really the law of
way more
attraction
creative.
is awesome.
I found like you're way more creative, like great vocab, like perfect, like everything. You just flow better in any way. It's different.
We gotta get in that flow.
Yeah.
What?
That's a good flow.
Got to figure
It
out
is
how
an
to.
awesome
You gotta figure out how to stay in that flow.
I was
Because I'm the type of person that once I fall off, I get so in my mind and I'm off. But when I'm in it, I'm in it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like there's no in between.
Yeah.
But you do notice, like when you're vibing, like you do notice the energies and how much great things come to you and the positivity that you attract, and you know.
Exactly. And that's what I feel like, getting back to, you know, do you choose or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I believe in. Like, I think that I keep saying the same thing, but like attracts like, and that's why you so-called pick X, Y, and Z. It's more the universe giving back what you're putting out, subconsciously or not.
Do you believe in reincarnation?
Do
you believe in past lives? Do you believe you were here before?
It would almost make sense for like a like you having a talent already. Mm-hmm. But
True, I never thought of it that
some
way.
reincarnationist believers think that it's the opposite. So it's like you die as like a killer. Your next life is like you're, you know, a better person than a killer. So like you're just
Rob
good.
and I always say like, oh, this one must have been scared of this in a past life, because Adriana and Rob, my daughter Adriana, they're deathly afraid of throwing up. Not Rob, not anymore, but they were as kids. Nothing happened to Adriana to make her afraid of it. She just freaks out. Wow. So we always like tease and say, oh, in a past life, she must have had something with like her stomach, because she like freaks out. Jeff has witnessed it. She like loses her mind. She gets like all anxious. It's nuts. And Rob was the same way when he was a kid. So we always like tease about that. So like I feel like I do believe in it, and I feel like it like rears its ugly head like sometimes. You know, like in certain instances where you can't explain something, that like there's no explanation for why someone's afraid of this. Like that could be like in their past life, maybe something like that happened to make them afraid.
Have you guys ever experienced deja vu?
All the time.
Yes.
Okay, because that's like one of the highest.
That's crazy too.
Do you know what I have? Everyone think you're gonna think I'm a weirdo. I have dreams that come true.
I've had that happen too.
Like premonitions.
It's like stupid things. Like I'll have a dream like we're all talking in the kitchen, and this one's standing there, that one's standing there, and it'll happen like.
See, that to me is what I qualify as deja vu. Like that's what I would think is deja vu.
Yes, that's deja vu.
Yeah, but I dream it. And then it'll happen like.
I don't remember dreaming it either, though.
Okay, see,
you know what I mean? Like,
I'll actually dream it, and I'll be like, oh my God, this person's gonna say, "Hey Jess, how are you?" next, and they do. It's and it doesn't happen so much, but it's Rob thinks I'm a psychopath.
No,
but it happens like often enough.
See, mine is more like we'll be sitting up in the kitchen and somebody will say something and I'll be like, oh my God, I've been here before. It's like that. Yeah. It's not so much like I dreamt it. It's more of like, oh my God, I was in this position and he said that.
What do you think
I do that
means,
too.
Though? What do you think that means?
That means you were already there.
Like you're aligned, right? Like
you were, like
meant to be there.
Yeah, but you think you're there in that exact spot, like you were in that
either
kitchen?
You're aligned. See, that's like the confusing
or the opposite.
thing.
Yeah, you don't know.
It's like either you're aligned and you knew you're supposed to be there, or it's you were already there before. It's one of the two.
Yeah, that's
which
true.
is either way pretty cool.
Deja vu is super weird. Same thing with like sleep too. Like I mean, we're talking about deja vu and dreaming.
Yeah.
But like sleep, like we still don't even know why we really sleep. You know, and having dreams. Why does that happen? It's weird shit.
I don't know.
Your subconscious.
Yeah, I was gonna say
weird shit. Subconscious too. Like you'll learn things and not even know it. Or like why is the first answer you put on a test always normally the right one and you think it's wrong?
Your intuition,
gut feelings, like
and then you change it.
Yeah, go with your gut.
It's crazy. Really is crazy.
It is.
Your gut, right? Yeah,
gut
your
feeling.
gut.
Your gut is always right. Always.
And it's normally the first thought too. The quickest.
It's crazy. Yep.
It's funny.
I say don't never second guess. It's nuts.
I read a book. I forgot what it was called, but it was. I almost want to say Bob Proctor maybe because whenever I think of like energies, like law of attraction, stuff like that, I think of him. And I've listened to a lot of his books too. But it was one where like they were talking to like the devil, and then he was kind of interview with the devil or something like that. And he was saying, "I'm not like the being you think I am. I'm just like the negative atoms in your world," which is that's nuts, because if you think about law of attraction, you're attracting your certain vibes and stuff like that. And it's just like atoms too. They have a certain affinity for certain things. You might have a negative atom, and then you have a positive atom. If you're negative, then obviously you get negative thoughts, negative things that happen to you. And then the devil being the bad things that happen to you.
It's crazy.
Weird. Just a weird thing.
It's all.
Do you guys think this is your first life?
I don't know. I don't think about that. I
You
know
know,
it sounds
like
crazy.
Like, not something I wake up every morning and think about.
I think about
that's
it all
like
the
a question
time.
I would need to let marinate for a few minutes in my head. And
why,
be like,
right? Like,
because I would need to
Isn't that like the first question we should be asking?
100%.
Realistically,
I feel like I think about it all the time.
We don't have time to think about those things. We just wake up, go to work, or take care of the kids, and make coffee, make dinner, whatever.
Yeah.
Always on the next.
But that's why it's important. I don't know, like to meditate or to.
Even when I'm meditating, I feel like I'm catching up. Like I feel like I'm like my meditation, like I think is like working out, right? So like, or in the car, if I'm alone, then I'll start thinking to myself, and I think like my brains and my thoughts are just like a rush of just like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do this, don't forget this, kind of blah, blah, blah. That kind of thing. And
I don't remember the last time I was alone.
That's what I'm saying.
And I know that sounds crazy, but it's true.
No, yeah.
Like I'm trying to think the last time I was by myself. And I can't remember.
Jesus.
Wow.
It's sick, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
When you went to the bathroom today.
No.
Even
the kids. The kids. I would love to go to the bathroom alone. I don't shit. The kids are in the bathroom when I shower.
That can't be healthy.
It's hard.
I mean,
especially now.
Because you
it's
haven't
worse now
stopped all day.
This whole quarantine thing, it's much worse because there's no like break with school and stuff. But yeah, I'm not alone very much. If I can't remember the last time. I'm really trying to think as I'm talking the last time I was by myself.
It's hard, right?
Yeah, I can't remember. It's crazy. That's what I mean. Yes. And that's why I think like.
See, that's what scares me about being a mom, because I don't know. I feel like every day you still need to work on yourself. Like my alone time is I pride myself on that.
You can still have your alone time. It's just different. You know what? Like your alone time, it's not going to be, you kind of have to either schedule your alone time, which sometimes sucks, but you have to, like, you're going to say to your spouse or whatever, I want this hour of every other Saturday is my time to do what I want. Don't bother me. Nothing. You either have to schedule it, or when you only have it depends. Like it depends on your kids. Your kids might be able to keep themselves busy. Like if I just had my two older ones, I would have alone time because they can keep themselves busy.
Right. Like
Joey and Giovanna are still too young. They can't keep themselves busy. They want, you saw what Adriana did to me with the nails today. And she's 8.
She would not let that go.
She's almost 8.5, and it was like a drill in my ear constantly. And then I said, "Okay, put the nails on," and it wasn't good enough.
At least she's adamant about what she wants.
Oh, Adriana,
she's gonna go after it.
God bless the man who marries Adriana. Okay, he needs to be a saint because
he's in for it.
She's relentless, and she will not stop till she gets what she wants, which is an amazing quality.
It is
for a person, not for a parent to have a child, because she doesn't stop, does not stop. But yeah, alone time is 100%.
I love that question. Did you 37?
Which one?
What's 37?
Yeah, fuck yeah, that's nuts.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh wow, no.
All right, question time. Number 37.
Wait, I should let Rob come down, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Oh, thanks, Joe. Jeff's like, please get my boy.
My boy.
Have a good night.
It's not going to be like that.
Hi, Jess. We love you.
It's not.
Love you guys.
It was good. It was
love
good
you
time.
Next time.
Thank you so much.
I got to turn this off. Bye. I didn't mean to just interrupt, but I feel like
No, you're good.
Jeff, don't kick me on the way out, Jeffrey. And maybe I can send Liz back down. I'll take a Liz. Okay.
There's a few good topics on here we got to talk about. Just so you guys know, you guys should
so many good questions.
Subscribe to us. You guys should like us. You guys should follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and feel free to look us up on other platforms like YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts.
And also, is there a way that
we're starting videos soon too?
Can they ask us questions?
Yeah.
Like, what if there's stuff that
Put a comment down below. Just say anything.
Yeah.
Literally anything. Type in anything.
Yeah, ask us anything.
Or is there anything you want to ask them?
Not off the top of my head.
Send us a topic to talk about.
Yeah.
We will go there. Like it says in our
logo. We will go
logo.
there. And we will bring you with us.
So new news is that we're going to get a new logo soon. So be on the watch out for that.
Oh, yeah.
All 25 of our subscribers. I'm so thankful for those, actually.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, you guys.
Makes me so happy to see that overnight like that.
I know. We're almost famous.
Yes. No, you need to start somewhere. You really do. And I'm very happy to be at 25, 26, I think. I'm not sure.
If you think about that, what is it? It's like
it's 25,
5 people a day?
26 people that said, I want to listen to more, you know?
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Or they're sitting there laughing at us. Either way, I'm happy you're there.
Exactly. Either way. I'd love to be laughed at.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Yep. Spread the word. I added number 40. What conspiracy theories do you absolutely believe? Do you have any? Like Bigfoot. What do you think about Bigfoot? Do you think he was a real person or no?
No, I don't think so.
No?
What else is a conspiracy theory?
Bigfoot. What do we got? Flat Earthers.
We got Rob in the house.
We got a special guest coming in right now.
Come
Rob,
in. Hot seat,
the
hot seat.
chiropractor.
Here we go.
Who's also a father of 4, likes long walks on the beach.
And he hates being bored.
Hates
Welcome,
being bored.
Rob.
Sorry, guys, I was in traffic.
Oh my God, how was it over here? How was it on the way there? Here, over there.
Route 9 was
Terrible.
yeah.
Fuck, were you doing on Route 9?
You got some ice
I
cream?
was in traffic.
Oh shit, Rob, my boy!
I heard it's getting deep down here.
Yeah, super
It's getting
deep.
real deep.
Yes.
10 inches.
So
deep.
Oh Jesus!
oh goddamn,
Dude, there's water all over your computer.
It's fine. I like it.
All right.
Probably shouldn't have said that. All right, so Rob, now that you're here, you just got out of traffic, right? Settle down.
Yeah, I had a flat tire.
Take one
He's
big
a
breath.
little winded.
Yeah.
2 big breaths. And then we're going to start with number, what was it? Number 37. If you could be given the date of your death, would you want to know it?
Dude, I just got here.
Yeah.
I know, Rob. We're,
You got-
hitting you hard, but we
You
need
came in
answers.
deep in the thick sauce.
Yeah,
so
we're rolling.
Yeah, definitely.
No way.
Absolutely.
you would want to know?
Absolutely.
What would your attitude be right after?
Dating.
I would hope. I
would say you have 6 months. What would your attitude be?
Oh, well, that's bad.
Yeah.
Then I wouldn't
Rob,
want to know.
you would really want to know?
Yeah. If it was like, yeah, I think I would. 'Cause then you could say, okay,
Just
like
do
I got to
everything.
get this done. Yeah.
Yeah, just do everything that you
But I
always
guess we should
wanted
live
to.
like that every day.
I
That's
almost
the
want to
thing.
say like if I was given the 6 months, like I'd want to like steal, like rob a bank and then like give the money to my family or something like that in 6 months. Plan a big heist or something.
Jeff, sorry.
Guys, I didn't say that.
Oh wow, yeah, definitely. Yeah, 100%.
But for 6 months, you'd be like throwing up, knowing when the day is coming.
It's like one day closer. I wasted yesterday
Like that would
watching
make
an hour
me
of
sick
YouTube
to
or
my
whatever.
stomach.
I think you should have that attitude all the time.
I would feel like I
a way.
wasted 4 years of studying in school.
That was a waste.
What the
yeah.
fuck?
Oh, it's
I was
easy.
I was denying like hanging out with friends, you know,
Yeah.
denying relationships, new relationships. Got to study.
Miserable.
Tough. Yeah, miserable all the time.
Moody.
Hmm. When you do have free time, it's like you feel like you're missing out.
And I always said there's Friday Jeff.
Yeah.
And there's
yes,
Sunday
exactly.
Jeff.
Yes.
Did you ever hear about Friday Jeff and Sunday Jeff?
No,
tell.
she wasn't there for that.
Friday Jeff is like
Cheerful.
the best person ever.
Like, I'm down.
Yeah.
Like,
Like literally,
I'm
hey Jeff,
down.
you want to
And
jump over a
Sunday,
bridge? Jeff?
Jeff is like, get the
I'm
fuck
down.
away from me.
Sunday Jeff?
Fuck, man.
I actually avoided Sunday Jeff.
For a lot of Sundays.
The truth comes out.
Well, this is like this is a way to like vent, right? Like we can't
Yeah,
get
yeah.
mad at each other, right?
Yeah.
Like
not on live. We're live right now. We
Yeah.
can't-
once
see
the
me after.
headphones go on,
Listen, what happens in the headphones stays in
stays in
the
the
headphones.
headphones.
No, I like this. It's therapeutic. I like
That's
it.
the truth.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
Like he would
That's
come
what-
downstairs, and then all of a sudden I'd be like, "I'm done with breakfast. I gotta go." I'm done.
It's like, fuck. Damn.
And I think he knew it a couple times. Like it was a little uncomfortable some of the mornings,
Yeah, there was that
Right.
one day.
and
Just
then
give me that look.
And then, like, when I went to school, I used to leave as late as possible on Sunday. I don't know what this guy was trying to do. He'd
I was
wake
up
up
by
and be like,
3
I gotta go.
o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah.
I used to just try, leave at like 10. We used to get there by midnight.
So, like, you literally would
The
not talk
apartments-
to him on Sunday.
I would
Like,
try
you would-
to.
Wow.
It was difficult, but I would try to.
He's
You
not looking
had
me in
to
the
have
eye.
noticed.
I'm scared to look at him.
I love it.
Yeah. There's a big difference. But I'm glad he's actually admitting it now, because during the school year, I would always say, like, "Oh, it's Sunday,
It's like-
Jeff," and he'd be like, well,
To me,
angry.
I see fucking other people at school. They're like, "This shit is easy." I'm like, I'm not a student. I hate school. I don't like this place at all.
That place was tough.
And I feel like school Jeff is completely different than like at home Jeff too. Like I'm not the same person in school than at home and anywhere.
Was that the hardest thing you ever done?
Easily, yeah, 100%.
By far, right?
Yeah, hardest thing I've ever done.
I think people underestimate chiropractic school.
I remember when I was staying with you guys, he was up until like wee hours of the night studying.
That was
It's
Like,
it's med school.
Mhm.
It's just we're chiropractors. We have a different philosophy. That's
Right.
it. It's the same thing, and
Right,
people
we-
don't understand that.
Yeah, we. Go
I didn't
through-
understand that
I mean,
until you told me.
our
the other
classes first year in
They
drop-
mirror.
they drop you into
They mirror it.
cadaver. Yeah,
Cadaver lab, yeah.
cadaver lab. People don't know that.
Cutting over body.
We cut open dead. Yeah,
guy. Oh my
that's
god!
what a cadaver is.
well,
For those of you that don't know.
yes.
No idea.
Yeah, we do that for 2 semesters. That's the first year. Second year is more like anatomies. Obviously, your other classes, you have like 32 credits and a bunch of other sciences and stuff like that. Biochemistry, a bunch of stuff like that.
Everything.
Wow.
We actually even get a little bit of pharmacology too, even though we don't have prescription
Adjusting lab
rights.
technique.
Mhm. Wow.
I would say we're mostly our training is like primary care,
hmm
because you have to be able to diagnose and know what's going on.
hmm
Medicine has changed today,
Right.
so you have to be that specialty in order to treat it, basically. So
Mhm.
we're not treating coughs and colds, but we're basically, just to make this simple, like we're basically have to diagnose a cough or a cold, so we know to say, hey, why don't you go back to your internal medicine doctor?
Right.
Why don't you go to the orthopedic, and so on.
Ultimately, like really good diagnosticians, and without being known as that,
Right, and nobody knows that. And the joke is that, chiropractors don't get the education. They're not real doctors. And we even joke around about it a lot.
Yeah, our last podcast, we're half docs, so that's the running joke we
It's a
have all the
joke.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
But I promise you, and I would almost, dare anybody, go through just one semester, and I promise you'll come crying back to me and saying, you are a real doctor.
100%,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's,
100%.
For sure.
and sometimes, and I don't want to say better than a medical doctor,
I
because
think, the
it's
difference might
whatever.
be, I don't know, you correct me if I'm wrong too, like they might get more residency, like medical
They
doctors
they
might
do.
get more residency is in specific things. Like we're not really interested in giving medications and stuff like that, because we often look at like the whole body as a system, like the holism of the body,
Mhm.
that kind of thing.
It's actually, in my opinion, what we do in looking at the body as a whole is a lot more
better.
difficult than just. I personally think
Every system of the body.
the easy way out is just prescribing a medicine. I'll give you an example. I don't, not to get boring, but just a quick thing is that if your blood work comes back and you're low in potassium,
hmm
okay, it doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have enough potassium in the body. For whatever reason, you're just not absorbing that potassium.
Right.
So, as chiropractors, and even further, a lot of chiropractors get into functional medicine. They find out why you're not absorbing and fix that problem
Right.
with nutrition.
hmm
It's amazing. We're actually getting to the root of the problem.
Right.
But
Well,
I think that's
you
the
said
future.
you kind of wanted to work together.
Exactly.
On
Absolutely.
the last podcast.
So yeah, that's the other thing too. Like
But I do. In my practice, I do.
Good.
Yeah, I work with pain management doctors, spine surgeons, orthopedics, and they respect me and I respect them, and we really co-treat these patients, and I think we have really successful outcomes.
Do you get a lot of patients that want to be treated naturally?
Both.
Or
Yeah. And
like,
that's what's
do
cool.
some of them say like, I don't want
Surgery or drug.
medication?
Yeah.
that's the option.
Most of them don't want it. They'll do epidural procedures and stuff for back pain,
Mhm.
but most people don't, because they're extremely addicting, the
Right.
painkillers. And I kind of just mask the pain.
What age are your patients, or is it?
So I do newborns to geriatric. So
Wow.
I do have a pretty wide
Range.
age gap. Yeah, which is cool.
Wow.
But I do like little kids. Youngest was a couple of days old. Obviously, my children I've adjusted, and I think my oldest patient was probably in her 90s
Wow.
or his 90s. Yeah, I don't think I've ever got anybody to 100. But that's pretty cool.
That's very cool.
They're different adjustments, but pretty much they're.
So, changing gears
Yeah.
real quick. Back up. Beep, beep.
All right, I'm
beep.
sorry. We went off.
So, we had
Little tangent,
your
little
wife on
Cairo
here
tangent.
a couple minutes ago.
Okay.
And
B.
we
B.
were on the topic of
We got to explain that meme.
what meme?
B.
There was, all right, so this is the question. It was also on
All right.
the meme.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rob, would you rather stay in quarantine,
Stay in quarantine
with
with your wife and children.
your wife and children, or
B.
so dumb?
I choose B. It's so true. I'll tell you, when quarantine first started, everyone was thinking that there was going to be this whole like baby boom.
Mm-hmm.
But I can promise you, if you already have children, there's
no
no way
shot.
you're not having any more
No
children after
shot.
this. They
Okay,
are-
so wait, can
Yeah.
I just go back and
All right.
ask what I want to ask?
Yeah.
So we were saying we're all on this earth for our soul's purpose. And I was saying to Jess how I think we all started off as souls and we pick in this lifetime who we want to associate with and who can kind of like get us to our highest self. And I said we pick our parents. And she said she didn't think that much was true, but she wanted you to answer that. So what do you think? Do you think you pick your parents, and like, do you think we're souls in a human body, or what are your thoughts?
Okay. We're definitely souls.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually saw something where they actually weighed a body before and after death, like right there, and there was a difference in
21
weight.
pounds, they said.
I don't know what it was.
Shut
They said
up.
it was 21 pounds, but
Shut
I
up.
think that's bullshit, no?
21
I'm gonna look
pounds
it up.
seems
They
like
said
a lot to
21 pounds, and the number 21, that's another number. That's a number, it's like 7, the 666, 7 is
Oh, it's like
godly, 3 is like godly, that kind of thing. 21 is like the multiple of 3 and 7, so.
me. Okay. I don't know about.
Numerology.
Yeah.
It's a
But
different species.
I
That's what they
do.
say.
I would say I do believe you pick your parents.
Right?
I just have this
21 grams experiment. It was grams.
grams.
The grams experiment refers to a scientific study published in 1907 by Duncan McDougall,
That's it.
a
That's what I
physician
said.
from Harvard Hill,
1907.
Massachusetts. McDougall hypothesized that souls have physical weight and attempted to measure the
Boom.
mass lost by a human when the soul departed the body. I just don't know if it was like
So,
debunked or anything. I mean,
There's definitely
sounds nuts.
yeah. I think there's a soul. I mean, there's definitely a soul. This is my opinion, right? So whatever I can say. I'm pretty sure there's a soul.
so
I do
we're
think
souls
you pick,
having a human experience.
yes, and they actually say that we definitely have past lives,
Mm-hmm.
and we bring these past lives into these new lives,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Do you believe this is your first life?
I don't know.
Do you get deja vu?
I do
you
get deja vu, but I don't. You know.
You don't think about it.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I've had some weird dreams,
Mm-hmm.
and you kind of say like, was that your past life?
Mm-hmm.
Was this your past life? But I don't know. It's deep. It's a deep conversation. I do believe that we're here for a reason. I do believe that you pick your parents.
Because then Jess brought up, she said, well, why do some people pick abusive parents?
I know.
And
Those are questions that are
Right. I said,
Or live like addiction lives, like lives
Yeah.
filled with addiction, and
maybe they don't.
I mean,
maybe you don't know that.
because what if God knows? I mean, God only gives you what you can handle.
That's true.
what I believe is you're dealt a certain amount of cards you can either play or fold, and he gives you what you can handle. So the tough scenarios that he gives to people is, I think, to the strongest people that he knows can get themselves out of it.
Well, I believe in free will as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you basically have your free will to do X, Y, and Z. So he, and I used to question this all the time. I used to say, like, why is there evil in the world when, God is here to help us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that you have free will. So God will lead you to into this direction, but you have the will to be bad or evil or good and do what you want.
Right.
It's a tough, yeah. And there's no answer. There's just, hope and faith. There's no clear-cut answer. So it's a tough one.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's deep. But I believe it. I mean, I wonder what other people believe.
So, purpose. Do you think you have a purpose in life?
I do.
Do you think you have found your purpose, or do you think it's a common purpose of all, like, humans?
I think I'm here to heal.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
You think you're a healer?
I think I'm a healer.
Do you think people are like warriors and stuff like that? Do you think that there's other people here that are like different?
Yeah, everyone has their own purpose.
I could
I mean,
vibe with that.
I've gotten my family into organic, non-GMO, or just even shedding light to that, right?
Definitely, 100%.
Sovereign silver, homeopathic remedies.
Mm-hmm.
I eat organic because of you too.
Yeah, essential oils. Like I've gone crazy, and certain things in my life have, made me research these things and say, this makes sense to me.
So for somebody that doesn't really have any idea what their purpose is, what would you say to them?
I think attitude is number one.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you have a positive attitude and a great outlook on things, I think only good things can happen to you.
Like the law of attraction.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
second part is your gut. Like follow that gut.
Follow that
Your
gut,
intuition.
Mm-hmm. I think we're attracted towards that end goal, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that there's do you think that like God, right? They say that God knows your next step, but they also say that you have your free
will.
Free will, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, do you think that, what do you do? What do you believe in? Do you believe that you have free will, or do you believe that you live in a timeline in your life?
I definitely believe in destiny. I think we all have a path.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody you have your path, but your choices make up your destiny.
Yes,
If
it's
that
like a
makes
heartbeat
sense.
almost.
Yeah.
Right?
So you have your path, but
You get to choose.
there are forks where you can veer off,
Like a
depending
QRS
on how
sign,
you
right?
Yes.
choose.
Complex.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's times when you come into a fork in the road,
Mm-hmm.
like you just did,
Mm-hmm.
previous breakup.
Yeah,
like
and to me that was meant to happen for a reason.
Right.
You handled that like a champ, honestly.
Thank you.
That was
I
sick.
couldn't have done it without you guys.
Mad props, because
Couldn't have.
You went through it with her, right?
Oh,
I've
it was
seen
the
it. I
three
saw
of
it
us.
happen.
It's hard to walk
They
away
were there for
It
every
definitely
second
is,
of it.
especially
They
when
saw
it's
everything.
when you can see it's not good,
Yeah,
or someone. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. I mean,
My thing with people, and this goes with friendships and relationships, if that person doesn't make you feel good,
Mm-hmm.
like every day almost, then you shouldn't be with them anymore.
Right.
Goes for friends or relationships. There's going to be fights. There's going to be that's fine. But at the end of the day, like, you have to feel good when you leave that person. Like, that person should never really make you feel bad about yourself, put you down. That person has to treat you right.
that's also the outlook, I think, with everybody is you open a conversation, you should both be taking something good away with that.
Right.
Every time.
It's like you're thinking, though.
I am thinking.
You made the right decision. Do you believe that you made the right decision?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
But
It's clear. It's a night and day difference.
100%. But I also think. I think we brought out the worst in each other,
The worst.
which is like
Toxic.
a huge sign.
Yeah.
But why is that? Because you're just not meant to be, or there are certain people can trigger certain things in you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's probably it. So for your thing, God was probably like, okay, you need to date this guy, figure out what's going on
learn.
with yourself,
Exactly.
to say what you like and what you don't like. It's like a buffet. How do you know if you don't like shrimp if you don't try it? So you have to, You have to bite a sample of it and say, "Wow, this is disgusting," and spit it out.
Right.
They didn't devein that shrimp.
Right.
Like an air ring. Well, okay. On this week's review, air ring left.
The vein.
Should we even say
in the
that?
shrimp.
It was more like the soggy string beans that come on the side.
It's
you know?
disgusting.
Didn't devein the didn't de-poop the shrimp.
Didn't de-poop. Yeah. Oh, this is PG, right? You didn't de-cocky. They didn't de-cocky the shrimp.
They didn't de-shit the poop.
They didn't de-poopy.
Didn't de-shit the
So,
shrimp.
it's so funny. What else did you guys talk about?
That's
deep.
Law of attraction.
Yeah, we got
super
deep. Really
Yeah.
deep. That was good. I liked it.
It's
fun.
Where are we?
I don't know.
Where are we?
We are in a basement.
Like we're on Earth, right? Where are we? Like why are we here?
So we did that, right? That's kind of like what the purpose is, where we are.
So
How about conspiracy
So
theories?
can I talk about like?
Did you guys talk about conspiracy theories?
Let me just do this one.
Okay.
Plant this one on you guys real quick. An atom, right? Think of an atom. Circular, small, and then there's like a bunch of atoms, circular and small, negative and positive, and then they're both moving too, right? One's moving around the other one's moving the opposite way. And then it's like you think about it's a ball, right? Sphere, and then Earth, ball, sphere, and then there's space. Just like in between the atoms, it's
Tons of space,
called,
right?
It's called space, I
Right.
think. And then, then there's multiple planets and stuff like that. And it's like, what do you think is on an atom? Maybe working on it. What makes it positive? What makes it negative? Maybe is that us? Like, I mean, it's a lot to think about. But
I don't know.
gosh.
I'll
that-
do you know what I mean? Like,
That's-
think about a galaxy. A
that's
galaxy.
hefty stuff.
A galaxy would be like a bunch of atoms if you think about it that way.
Everything has a
Everything is
frequency, and everything
atoms.
has and everything is energy.
And like I said
Right.
before, two stars collided. They said, and that's what makes us humans. Like we're made out of stars. Like
Are we talking about the Big Bang?
Yeah, like that's the theory. The theory was that the Big Bang happened, and then we were made from the star. Fragments
one
of that star.
theory.
That's one
Yeah,
theory.
yeah, definitely.
That's the one that you
But that's what I'm
believe in.
saying.
That you believe
I
in
don't,
that, or you
I
just
don't know
saying?
if I believe in that. I'm just putting that out there,
Well-
seeing what you guys say about it.
After studying and going
Fishing
to school,
around.
I'll tell you this: after studying and going to school,
That's
the body is so complicated
yes.
that what I want to know is how a sperm meets an egg, and they know to put the eyes right there,
Yeah,
put the nose right there,
DNA
liver,
coding.
kidney, boom, 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 coding, like without telling your body anything, without doing anything.
It's DNA coding,
Like-
and then genes.
Like, how does a sperm and an egg? I don't care what scientific stuff they can tell you, right? How do they know to put the toes there, the toenails, the blood, the circulation? And Jeff can double fact check this as well. Is that each body's circulatory system, like arteries and veins, they deviate sometimes,
Yeah,
just like nerves.
naturally, like
Yeah, like
perfect
this-
for that person specifically,
Right.
or
Does that make sense to you, Amanda?
Yes.
Like, okay, we have these big.
But what do you mean by they deviate?
so there's natural selection too. So like you have to bring that up too, because natural selection means that like I have double jointed thumbs, right? Whether if we were out like we weren't in this world, we had to fight for our foods, and somehow this thumb that dislocates makes me a better fighter, or like makes
Holding
me
a sword
grab a
or-
fruit some easier way than my children. I'd prosper enough to have children and pass on my gene of that thumb. So that's natural selection. And then it almost seems like a way that natural selection progresses that like it could even be bad things too can happen. Like, I don't know, somebody has a shorter leg or something like that, and it kind of just falls
and they
in
can't
place.
run as fast away from or hunt.
Yeah, so it could go both ways. But yeah, going back to that, it's like everybody naturally deviates within their bodies. Some people have longer legs. Some people,
Yes.
the veins and arteries, they don't match, just like in Cadaver Lab.
Right.
Perfectly,
Like,
but we're able to name it.
Right. Most of the time, it's right there, and there'll be like a 20% deviation or a 30% deviation.
And
but
it's actually
crazy.
weird how we can name it and then follow that route, and
Yeah.
it'll be the same thing on everybody's body.
It's I brought
Like the nerves into the arms.
everything. You know,
Radial
arteries,
nerve,
veins,
ulnar nerve,
nerves.
musculocutaneous,
So
musculoskeletal.
what do you think it is?
It's got to be a higher self.
Yeah.
I think so too.
It's
100%.
impossible.
There's no
it's
way.
like it's
God, it would be God.
It's God.
Because think about like I don't know, like I lost it.
All right.
But it's God, guys. Come on.
That's it.
It is. It just
no,
is.
It is. It has to be. And like I brought Jess in the lab, so she got to see it, and she was like, "Oh my god, like this is nuts."
The smell.
And you'll never forget that smell.
You
smell
don't
of
forget
what?
the smell.
It smells like bacon
Of what?
at Hershey Hotel.
Of what?
This buffet. Did you ever
It
smell
does,
that?
yes.
For whatever reason,
Yeah.
that's the bacon that it
It's
smells
exact,
like.
Yeah. 100.
Of what? The
You know what I'm
smell
talking
of
about?
It
what?
almost looks like it too. Like
The smell of the lab.
If you got,
Yes, because
But
they always
there's
undercook it.
of people?
yeah, the embalming fluid and the
Are they dead?
their fat.
No,
is,
well, they were alive when we cut them open.
guys, we're joking about dead people here. Come on.
I know, but like, are they alive? No.
No, but that's
No.
that's
How many
the thing.
guys did you
That's
kill?
why
the
I'm on
thing.
this show, Rob.
It's-
Did you not laugh or
Yeah.
did you? Yeah.
No, but that's the thing too. We all joked about it when we first entered the lab. We all had to joke
You
about how
have to.
weird it is too. It was weird. You're walking in. You've never seen so many dead. You've never seen a dead body. You know what I mean? I mean, I've seen
I
it,
would
but-
just be scared it would wake up.
But like,
No, they were.
actually,
Yeah.
Like
I have a story.
I'd
actually.
be like, I don't want to look at you because I'm afraid.
I was afraid it was going to jump too.
You
Literally
have to.
impossible.
You have to have that thought.
Wait,
or
listen to
you
this.
swear that you see them like twitch or
Twitch.
something.
Yeah.
Shut
You know what I mean?
up.
That does happen.
There's yeah. People say that it's happened where the bag moved. Can you imagine that? The
Yep.
bag, fuck, like
No.
you're saying that.
No.
We're studying late night. This was me and my friends. It was like me and 2 or 3 other my friends. Right. We were studying on one of the bodies, and then out of nowhere, beep 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 beep, and then, like you just hear beeping like that, like going crazy, and you're like, what the fuck? And it's like the bag it had to be the bag all the way in the back. Like it's like literally like that far, like way back there, and it's, you just see it.
No.
It's on the stainless steel bed,
Yeah.
and then the black bag, and it's
They had black bags?
Yeah, some were
Okay,
black,
so-
some were blue.
We had white.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah?
I don't
Yeah,
know
I
what
haven't seen it.
I don't know
hate
why
words.
that's funny, but that's
But
just weird.
Yeah,
Okay, so what happened?
and nothing. It was a pacemaker. It was its pacemaker that decided to go out. It's no battery left, so that's what
It's
happens.
done, right?
Yeah.
That's
Crazy.
creepy.
So creepy.
We didn't have anything like that, but you always swore that they blinked or they opened
Yeah,
their eyes.
right. Like
Mm.
something moves.
or
Did you guys ever see anything
Kind of
like
like
that,
when
or
you go in the dark.
no,
and,
you
like,
think that.
Yeah, you think you see something.
But no. I saw some cool things in a body. I saw like tumors, and
Wow.
we opened up the stomach. There was still food in there.
yeah, like rice.
We
Black lungs of a smoker.
Yep.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Somebody who was an alcoholic, their liver was huge.
Gigantic cardiomegaly.
Did you get
too.
that?
We had the heart. So there was a 21-year-old girl there.
21?
21, yes.
It's awful.
That's what it said on the card.
Oh my god.
Disgusting because their nails were still painted and stuff too. It was like it's horrible to see because
That was the
you
black
could
lung?
see like chemo. She was like swollen all over the place too.
Oh.
It was a cancer.
Uh-huh.
She had cardiomegaly too. Her heart was like
But she was
literally
a-
this
she
big,
was a
like, just
smoker?
gigantic. No, she wasn't.
Oh.
She wasn't. It was just crazy, you know,
God.
to see that. We were all that same age going in. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's
disgusting
scary.
to think about.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It really is.
I remember those days. Long time ago, man. I
For you, yeah.
did that 14 years ago
Wow.
because that's second semester, right?
Yeah.
14 years ago. So much has changed in 14 years.
Definitely not the same person.
I'm definitely not the same person.
I'm not the same person I started school in. So
Just 4 years.
How
Just
often would
crazy.
you say somebody changes?
that's a good question.
I don't
Like
know. I
you're
think
not the
that's-
same person.
I think that's based on experience. Like
Mhm.
And what happens
different
in life.
experiences. Yeah.
As if you just stay at home, play video games all the time.
Yeah. If
You're not
nothing really
growing,
happens,
changing.
like what Jeff has accomplished, in life, forget about the degree.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like
Now you
the
like
self.
I feel
the-
right. Yeah,
the-
exactly.
The
Like
self.
Mhm.
Like wow.
I think you going through a school like that and invest. It's almost like going to the army. You invest in yourself and you kind of like sort yourself out. Like either you make it or you don't,
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. Like
Survival of the fittest.
yeah, you
there.
kind of have to learn these new skills. Like you have to learn how to study and stuff like that.
Right.
Just wish I was so much better at studying. Really not a good
I wasn't a studier either.
cool school person.
We have to find out what works best for you.
Yeah, it took
Like
me.
how you
Nothing.
learn.
It took me into 4th semester to start being like, okay, I think I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. You sounded like you did.
Not until
You-
4th semester. That's when I was like,
You are
I
smart.
think I
Like
started.
you
starting
come
to
out of
understand
that.
where I get it.
You come out smart.
Yeah. How
But,
do you
like,
not?
They're great. I honestly think that they were. It was a good
It's a test.
program. What they did
Yeah.
too.
It's like who can survive and who can deal with this.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's
honestly,
like life. Life is a test.
Yes. The only thing is with this test is that the kids and the students tend to, that got the really good grades, clinically weren't the good doctors. Think about that.
And then there are the good. There's a lot of my class too that are
smart.
good.
Yep.
Both.
Yeah.
And they really, there's some that are both. There's a mix, but
Yes.
for the most part, the really, really, really top people in
A lot of studs
my
out
class,
there too. Yeah. Definitely.
clinically they can't put it together.
Mm-hmm.
But such is life.
Yep. That's life.
Such is life.
That's
life.
All right, we need to get.
That's what all
We
people
literally
say.
need to get on something like funny right now because we just like
LSD trip.
I don't have any of those.
I got one.
CBD trip.
I took an LSD strip yesterday.
Yeah, that was
All of a sudden, Jeff has an LSD strip. No, we have to get somebody on here that has done that before.
Jeez, who came up with these things?
We literally just think of them, throw them up.
Okay.
If it's a good idea or bad
I feel
idea,
like
throw
this
it
is
up.
all me and Alyssa yesterday morning at 3:30 a.m.
Yeah, from like 22 down.
22 down. Okay. Sex with socks on? Is
Covered
it weird?
Covered it.
Weirdest place to have sex. How many times a week couples have sex? Of course. Did you guys talk about any of that stuff?
Covered
The socks.
sex with socks on. Is it weird? Yes.
Fuck yes.
The time.
What guys? What's sex?
That's when
What's
I did the
that?
signal to Rob. The circle finger and then, the other thing.
Oh, what's that? I don't know what that is anymore.
Ah.
Oh boy.
What other ones do we want to talk about?
Do you judge a book by its cover?
Yes.
Yes, 100%. You need to know.
But that's
Yeah,
such a great learning experience is by not doing that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think as humans we judge right off the bat, but you're not supposed to.
I think
You're
it's
supposed to-
an automatic thing that you don't even I can't
It
even
is.
control. But
It is.
I don't think it's like a good thing. I don't know, because a lot of the times, most of the time, I feel like it's most of the time correct, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it helps me lay down a baseline of what I think this is going to happen,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's just a safer way to go about it. I mean, same thing with a question on a test, like anything.
What about if this is a little bit off, but
Like if I'm buying a Japanese, not like a Suzuki or a Honda dirt bike, right? Like those are great dirt bikes, but like if I'm buying a Tao dirt bike, like we
The
were
one
talking
we-
about, yeah.
Oh, see, I'm thinking
That one
about-
has a record of being shitty,
Yeah.
like a shitty record.
I'm thinking about people.
Yeah, no, I'm
of
talking
course
about
people, but he
too,
brings it always back to some kind of car or
Mhm.
motocross.
Yeah, I also
Just what he
didn't want to
does.
say like, you know what I mean,
You don't want to give an example of what we thought about you when we
people,
first met
because
you?
it's different.
Oh my God, please do.
People are much more complex than that.
What do you think about me, Rob?
Well, since I literally know you since you were a baby,
Mm-hmm.
babyish, right? What could you have been, 5?
Yeah. Preschool.
Yeah.
How old is
she was
age?
5.
8, right?
At
8.
the Reformed Church.
Robbie's
Robbie's
6. Okay,
Oh
so
my God.
So think about that.
I know. I don't think I've changed a bit.
No, you look the same.
Do I?
That's a compliment. Like
Thank
I
you.
could pick you out. Like,
still
oh my
look
God, that's
5.
Amanda.
I still look
No,
like
you look like you
Yeah.
have that same beautiful face that you always had as a baby.
Thank you, Rob.
oh,
It's so cute.
oh,
But
things that piss you off.
piss me off. There's a lot.
That's a good one. For
Slow
me.
walkers.
Hold on.
People who
Slow.
text and walk in the city
Oh, that would bother me too, but I don't deal with that.
That's like
Pisses me
everybody. I
off.
feel like in New York City.
pisses me off.
things that piss me off. What about if there was something that you could change about yourself? What would you change?
That's a great one.
Not physically.
Mm-hmm.
This is an interview question.
Yeah.
I'm interviewing you for a job.
Yeah. Maybe not like I'm not talking about physical because that would be like people are so hard on themselves, but I think for me is you put like I'll put myself out here and say what I'm going to say. Like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I always try to joke around so that people didn't know if I was serious or not, just to kind of see what their reaction is. So like sometimes people don't take me seriously.
Okay.
So
That's a
I
good
wish maybe
one.
I can control that better and not always joke around about everything. Because
But that's-
sometimes
but that's
when I'm telling the
you.
truth, I know, but sometimes when I'm telling the truth and I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm not being a DICK,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, I'm really mean that. And you're like, oh, Rob, you're just joking. You're just being fun. I'm like, no, I really do think you look really beautiful today. And no one believes me. And I'm like, I really do.
I don't know if it's like
me being like, is it back?
Right.
There's going to be like some kind of
at the end
joke.
of the tunnel, something else.
But there will be. That's the thing. Like, even if I mean it, there'll definitely be one because I'm like, it's almost like.
So you're just trying to play that trick anyways.
Yeah. I'm trying to play it and win, but I really do mean it. And like, most of the time, I never want to hurt anyone's feelings.
I like those jokes though. Like I like jokes ragging on.
But
other
I feel
people.
like
I
somebody who
I think it's done out of love a lot of the times, and I just think
but somebody who doesn't know you wouldn't think you were joking.
See, if I didn't meet Rob, if I didn't know Rob and he joked to me like that, I would think he was joking right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sarcastic.
Same. I met his brother. You know what I mean? His brother's the same thing. Jack was my doctor, my chiropractor before I met their whole family.
Right.
And it was the same thing. Jack always joked around with
Joked
me.
around it. Yeah.
We always had a good time.
Right.
Same thing.
I do think that I could I relate to a lot of my patients too. Like
How so?
Like I find myself very like normal to them. Like, and I think that's actually one of the better qualities that I have is that like I don't think I'm better than anybody. I try to talk to them about like, hey, listen, you have options here.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I would do, but let's talk about it. And I never try to convince anybody of anything or to take just even like, oh, take vitamins, whatever the case.
You give them every option.
Like I give them every option, and like I want them to be in charge of their decision making.
Right.
So I think that's how I would want like a doctor to be to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like let me know what my options are and tell and then I try to tell them go home and like educate yourself and see what makes sense to you.
Right.
Like I think that's the conspiracy theorist in me. That's who I am.
I think mine would definitely be if I could change something. I feel like I teeter a lot between things. It's my Libra sign.
You're indecisive.
So I go back and I have to weigh each side and then I'll teeter on it. It could be for an hour. It could be for like a couple days. I'm like a psycho.
Yeah.
Yes. But it's like, why do I take that long? But then with other things, I'm very quick to make a decision. It's like maybe I'm impulsive.
Yeah.
Is that the word?
Yeah, I
impulsive.
think it is.
And then my other one would be like, I feel like you guys are great at communicating, like in a very like structured way, and like you get your points across thoroughly. Me, I have to like think, and it takes me a while to.
So I think I think that part of it. I think what you see is like a lot of years of us being together too. Do you know what I mean? Like we kind of know how each other. Like
no, I honestly
we want to put it in a way that it's easier to not even to say it like that. Like everybody else is dumber, but like you don't want to get misunderstood. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You don't want to be saying half what you really mean, and then like it go the wrong way. You didn't mean to say it like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So maybe we over-explain in a way that's like still regular convo. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I mean, together, like, yes, you guys have like witty banter and you feed off of each other, but I'm saying the way that you both explain things and communicate things is very clear.
You mean with our spouses?
No, just how you say anything. Yes.
That's
like how you talk on this podcast. You're very communicative and like it's easy for you.
That's a skill too.
It's a skill.
That is a skill.
That's a doctor's skill.
It's like public speaking.
But so
I feel like you'd be great at public speaking.
I feel
terrified of public speaking.
I'm terrified of public speaking, and I feel like I am terrible at speaking in general too. Like I feel like I'm terrible at.
I think you guys are great.
Yeah. So should we tell him? Should we tell him?
No, like I feel like what I mean.
It's. I think I've.
Like, do you think a lot?
You drink away from the mic. All I hear in my headphones is like.
Let me ask you this: do you think a lot before you speak, or do you just speak?
Do I think?
He's gathering his words right now.
Yeah. I think I know. I think I have to. I guess I think
too much.
Yeah, I'm like as you guys are talking, I'm thinking about what I can contribute to the podcast.
Bro.
Yeah.
I'm that way too.
And I'll tell you, I think that I had no choice to be like this because, okay, I'll tell you exactly how I learned this skill. When I graduated, I was 24 years old, like literally a baby. Like I didn't even have a full beard. I know that sounds funny, but I didn't have like a full beard. I had like the little chin strap.
Like what I have?
Kind of like what you have, yeah. So a patient would come in and I felt like I had to really like communicate to the people, to the patients, so that they would be like, wow, this kid is young, but he knows what he's talking about.
Right.
So I have no choice and had no choice. I had to learn on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to communicate and I had to sound smart.
Right.
So one thing I think Rob does well is like if he's doing a joke, he's like 2 steps ahead of the joke. So like no matter if you say yes or no to the joke, he still got a way to like still make the joke happen.
I like that. Go ahead, go on.
Of course you like it. It's a compliment.
Yeah, come on.
True.
Anybody else? You have something else for me?
He's also a dick, so.
Yeah.
No.
100%.
I actually have a really good question.
Oh, where the hell you come from?
The fuck?
Guys, Alyssa's back.
She came in like a SWAT team.
I'm Houdini. I come in.
Good looking. Come on, Maria.
I have a good question. For people who speak other languages, so Jeff knows how to speak Portuguese.
Mm-hmm. Portuguese.
Do you think in English before you speak in Portuguese?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to this question. I really don't know. I don't know.
But you definitely think differently.
If I hear Portuguese, I hear it like it's English, like you're speaking English. That's what I list. That's what I hear in my head.
Right?
Did you learn Portuguese first or English first?
My parents say I spoke Portuguese first.
Okay.
And
that might make a difference.
English as a second language.
I'll tell you, people who do speak 2 languages, though, their communication skills, I'm not saying
are heightened.
Not saying Jeff are better.
No, not heightened. They don't get it. Like sarcasm, like certain nationalities and races don't get it.
That I think is because I say that all the time too. I think it's from another not planet. What am I saying? Another country. Like they just joke different.
They don't get the same jokes. Like I'm probably not
from
funny
the U.S.
at all.
The U.S.
Another country.
Yeah, sarcasm. I do it all the time to my cousins,
and they don't get it. They think you're a dick.
Yeah. 100%.
That's for sure.
Definitely.
Is my mic on?
No, I actually shut it off.
Rob loves shutting off.
I love shutting off people's mics.
Does Jess know that was me that first time?
Oh no, she thinks it was me the whole time, but I really didn't. See, that's a perfect. That's a perfect example.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like,
episode 15, we found out Jeff turned off the mic.
yeah, literally, that's a perfect example. They'll be like, oh, Rob shut
Who's
that
still
mic
listening?
off.
If you're still listening at whatever time it is, just post what time it is in the comments below. Please let me know. And also follow, like, share, subscribe. Follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Quick link.
And also leave us any questions.
Yeah,
We want questions. We want topics. How about this? We also want to get people who maybe want to get a point across.
Big time.
Maybe, are trying to open up their own small business, especially during this COVID time. Give us a shout out. We'll bring you on. We could do a Skype call. We can have you call in, and maybe we could, help enhance your business. I think that's another side thing that I want to do with this podcast is kind of help others.
Yeah, we're here to support.
Get a voice.
Yeah, like we're talking now. Hopefully, we can, get like a huge audience and, and help other small businesses out while trying their coffee brands or trying their new local, restaurants and stuff like that,
Or apparel.
Yeah, whatever. And we're not even asking people to send us free care packages, and they're more than welcome to. But we'll be more than happy to buy, whatever from it, try it out, and kind of
market it.
I want free coffee.
We would love that.
Yeah, we're big coffee people. So
and more T-shirts. I feel like I'm wearing the same things all over again.
Yeah, Jeff has like 4 shirts.
Yeah, this is my gray shirt. Tomorrow's the blue one.
That's green.
Oh,
is it gray?
He's colorblind.
Don't make me look down. You didn't know that? New fact about Jeff: I'm colorblind.
Are you?
No.
What?
I know. I don't know.
Wait, you are, Jeff?
Everybody's like, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Wait, are we ending this podcast? Because you're like, follow, and subscribe.
Do you want? No,
we're getting close.
I say that all the time. I just always throw it out there because
closer.
I don't know when people stop listening.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
Everything.
You missed some
we really
deep
just
stuff.
really more just recapped what I missed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when he came down. What time?
You didn't ask any more questions. You were just
kind of got my opinion. I think on more of this stuff.
all right.
Yeah, but then we went into the chiropractor.
Stuff like that. That was a good episode, guys.
Yeah.
I like that.
We appreciate it.
That was fun.
We appreciate everything.
Support us.
The listening, the 25 subscribers so far. Thank you so much for subscribing. It really means a lot to us. Please like us. Follow us on Facebook, like I just said, Instagram. Feel free to look us up on other platforms like YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
DM us.
Google
Ask us
Podcasts.
questions.
Ask us questions.
We love questions.
We want to get you on the show. We want to bring as many people as possible.
Whoever wants to be on here,
Yeah.
we could get you on. I mean,
Zoom.
mess with us.
Technology
Yeah.
today.
We're fun. Anybody that wants to laugh.
Yep. Laugh with us.
You have to have a good sense of humor, though.
All right.
Have to take a joke.
Take
Love
care.
you guys.
Bye.